Happy Sunday. We have this awesome guest that we've been trying to get for a long time, Miss Norma Lira. She's the CEO of Lira Properties out at the Heritage, Keller Williams, here in San Antonio. She is one of the top 100 Hispanic real estate professionals here in San Antonio, which she just got an award for with the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. She's a Platinum Top 50 finalist, has been for consecutive years.
She could do 15 push-ups.
She lied and told she can do 15 push-ups. She's top 3% of all production with Keller Williams Heritage, which is, I think, the biggest or second biggest office in the city. She's done real estate in Mexico. She's international. She's the bomb. And we get to have her on our show. So, hey, thank you for hanging out with us today, girl.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. So, Lira Properties, what do y'all do? Who do y'all service?
So we specialize in residential real estate here in San Antonio and the surrounding areas.
So when you say residential, and do you do leasing, sales, buyers, listings?
Yeah, so I work together with my husband. He does more of the property management side, and I do more of the traditional real estate. So what do you feel, because you guys are killing it, obviously, so what do you feel yeah, you're welcome. What do you feel is separating you from your competition? You know, we've been in the business for a long time. My husband's been in it for about 17 years, and I've been in it for 15 years.
Wow.
I started originating loans. I started answering phones for a bank when I was in college.
I'm trying to do math right now.
Yeah.
Don't do the math.
I won't do it.
Not making sense to me.
But yeah, so I started originating loans. Then I went to, I started inputting and just doing a lot of the admin and clerical stuff, saw the loan officers.
What year was that?
What's that?
No, you have to answer that. Not too long ago.
Not that long ago.
Okay.
Right.
And that was in California.
Right.
And that's how I kind of got in the business, doing loans and then creating relationships with different realtors. In California, it was very common that an agent do both real estate and the loan.
Sure.
So I got my real estate license and got into the business kind of in that way.
And so you left California, did a stunt in Mexico where you built a sales team up. And then you came to good old San Antonio, and then you started killing it. I remember when you came on the scene, actually, she didn't know anyone. She just started marketing, and now you have this huge database of past clients that love you tremendously. How did that happen?
Coming here to San Antonio, like you said, a lot of people just say, go to your referrals and, go to your contacts and everything. And not knowing anybody here, I kind of started reaching out to the younger millennial agents and stuff and started seeing what they were doing. And they were doing a lot of online marketing. And so a lot of older brokers were kind of against that, but actually that's what got me kind of going.
And do you feel that's kind of where it's at, though, now?
It is. It's where it's at. Right now, I think real estate has changed. When I first started real estate, you actually had to come to my office, and we had to give you an MLS book, and you had to look through the book, and then my value was actually going to show you the property and opening the door. Now, our value has changed. Right now, with anybody, we're so used to doing this, instant gratification. You have Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, Redfin, all these different websites where our value, and I feel that's where what separates us is our value really comes in when you start negotiating contracts.
Sure.
Because anybody can open the door for you, and right now that the market is good, everybody wants to get their license.
Yeah.
But it's a matter of once you have a client in front of you, how to retain that client, how to best advise that client, how to help them. I have a bunch of different loan officers that I work with. I have credit agencies that I work with. So depending on your situation, I never like to turn
Mm-hmm.
anybody away. I like to kind of head them in the right direction.
So you're a client now, you're going to be a client soon enough.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I know where I've seen watching your work over the years too. I think that your customer service level is pretty high. I know that, and it helps that you've gone through the gamut, right? You do. I think a lot of clients get intimidated, like, wow, they do. Norma does so many transactions, but isn't that what you kind of want in a real estate agent?
Definitely.
Because right now the market's hot. So I know the market's hot because personal trainers are getting their license, and I know the market goes really bad when I see the personal trainers go personal train again.
Go back.
Right. Us ugly fat guys will do this forever, right? But for the most part, that's when the market's really good, is when anyone, like you said, can open the door and sell a house. It's the people that actually can consult all the way through that's going to help them. And you need to know the ups and downs of the market and what's going to come at buyers and sellers before they know, because they have no idea what's coming to them at any given moment. But let's talk about that. Walk us through being a brand new buyer with the Lira Property Group.
So traditionally, we would kind of Mainly, we would have a phone conversation. So we would
Sure.
kind of chat. I would ask you if you guys have had, if you've been pre-qualified. If you haven't been pre-qualified, that's definitely the first step. And I would I would send you in the right direction
Sure.
to one of our preferred lenders to get you qualified.
Right.
Once you're qualified, we would have a meeting together where I'd kind of go through the steps to make you understand what the different terms are and how the whole process works.
Right.
And then from there, we can start the home buying process.
To start looking, and you're available all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a big myth that people say it's so great that you work in real estate, you can work your own hours, but they don't realize that
Yeah.
I have to work the hours you don't.
Right,
So,
exactly.
I'm used to working in the evenings or on the weekends. If not, my husband will do it, or my daughter, who also works with us, will help you with that.
So you work with buyers and sellers.
I work with buyers and sellers.
And what does your daughter do?
So she does all our transaction coordinating.
Mm-hmm.
She crosses all the T's and dots all the I's and
Yeah,
everything.
she
And then,
helps me. She helps us sell. And so, I'm always dealing with my clients, any questions, any comments, or anything, any concerns. I'm always, holding their hand
Mm-hmm.
through the process. She does all the admin side to it.
and talk about working with sellers. What should they expect when they're going to put a house on the market with Lira Properties?
I think more than anything, working with sellers, what I've come across recently is it's not just about how much your house is worth and how much you're going to gain. It's about what you're going to be able to qualify for, and is it worth the sale before you even list.
Right.
To make sure that you're going to be able to find that home.
Right.
A lot of clients will sell their house and not realize that
And they're homeless.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
has happened because they worked with an agent that didn't get them pre-qualified beforehand, and so now they're closing at the closing table and they realize they can't qualify for a new home.
Right. They're moving back in with mom, or now they're renting.
They're renting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you walk into the process of both sides.
Correct.
Because, and then right now, because the market's high, I think also people don't realize, they're going to get a lot for their house, but also what they buy is kind of high as well.
It's all relative.
Right, and
Yeah.
so you just walk into the whole process. This is how we're going to keep you in the same payment or close to the same payment, and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
I love it. So right now, what is the next step for Lira Properties? Are you guys expanding throughout the city, or what's the next step?
So our next step is just to continue to grow and provide customer service to the clients that need us.
Sure. And if people want to get a hold of you, they can go to yoursarealtor.com.
Correct.
I don't know how that wasn't taken, Bob. How did you not get that one?
I tried.
All right, yoursarealtor.com, or call her directly at 210-627-1410. Again, that's 627-1410. Take a quick break. Be right back with Bobby and Judy Radio.